Sumner Schmaling.
Today and participating in the democratic process and exercising one of the most sacred rights that we are given. My name is Summer Schmaling. I live in Halifax, Massachusetts. I am the mother of a 17-year-old daughter and two boys, 13 and 5. I am currently the chairman of the Halifax Elementary School Committee, and I am a member of the Silver Lake Regional School Committee. I have served on school, thank you. It's thankless, so I appreciate it. I have served on school boards since I first ran for school committee in 2014 on a platform opposing Common Core and the infiltration of the federal government into our children's classrooms. Over the years, I have done everything in my power to keep an eye on the evolving curriculum, be aware of the professional development being offered to the administration and staff in my district, and be a window of transparency between the district and parents. I am a strong advocate for parental rights and involvement in education. I am a mama bear. I didn't ask for this role, it just came to me. I am sure many of you can relate. I work full-time, I have 3 children that are all athletes. I enjoy politics, I believe in local control and giving the power to the people. I was called to be involved in politics and make a difference in my community. I have run for state representative twice. I sit on various boards and committees, and I am currently managing Carrie McRae's state senate campaign. Somewhere in there, I try to find some sort of life balance. The more involved I become, the more knowledge I gain, the more furious this mama bear gets. Like many of you, I naively trusted the government, and I sent my children to public school in hopes that they would be getting an academically focused education. I believe there are a lot of good teachers and well-meaning administrators driving the focus of the classroom, but I see the deeping infiltration of what is happening behind the scenes, and it is frightening. Boy, goosebumps even talking about it. I see a racially focused, anti-police, sexually explicit, far left-wing political agenda attempting to take the focus off of academics and turn our children into little social justice activists. I'm sure many of you have seen these changes taking place, and it has woken the mama or papa bear inside of you. Doesn't the government know that you do not mess with our babies? We will fight to the death. Every decade or so, the classroom becomes the battleground, and I believe that time is now. I was furious over the way that education was handled during COVID, and I spoke very openly about returning our children to full-time in-person learning, and I successfully pushed our district to return our children to school prior to the state-mandated timeline. I was extremely outspoken about the masking of our babies, and I fought against any vaccine mandates in our district. Truly and firmly believe that these are decisions that should be made in the home between families and not dictated by our government. Through all of the horror that took place in the last couple of years, and the creation of an enormous learning gap, and the pain and suffering that these restrictions have had on the social, mental, and emotional health of our babies, I always strive to see the silver lining, and I found it. It's me. It's you. It's inside of all of us. We have been poked, and now we are awoken. The best thing that came out of COVID and the remote learning model is it brought the classroom into the kitchen. Parents became privy to some of the content in the lesson plans. We got a front row seat to the social and emotional learning programs that our babies are exposed to. We were forced to pay attention, and now we are finding ourselves compelled to ask questions. We as parents are asking questions like, what exactly is this social emotional learning you're asking my child to participate in? What questions are you asking my child in this survey about their feelings? Who is the Anti-Defamation League, and why are you inviting them into our district? Why do some teachers find it acceptable to make comments comments like, these authors of classic American literature are racist and they were just exercising their white privilege. What the heck is a microaggression and why are you asking my child about it? Why is my sixth grader writing an essay about abortion? Who defined abortion to my child? Why is my junior reading a sexually explicit book that I would have never opened if I didn't decide to take a look and read it myself? Why are there books in the elementary school library titled, Not My Idea, a book about whiteness? Why are you asking my child what their pronouns are? Decades ago, our children were learning things like cursive and long division. Now they're coming home with concepts that have absolutely nothing to do with academics and everything to do with a social agenda that they are not even old enough to process. They are literally being robbed of their childhood, and if you are not asking some or all of these questions, you are complicit in allowing this. Our children are vulnerable, impressionable, and defenseless. It is our duty and obligation to fight for them and protect them. It's not easy. When I first stood up for my children and yours, I felt alone. The attacks were relentless, both on me personally, and I know my children have felt the ramifications of this firsthand. But as I continue this fight, I am finding that I am not alone. The more I shine the light, the more people approach me and thank me for being a beacon of hope for them, a hope for their children and our education system. I understand that not everyone has the fight in them to attack publicly, and if you are not comfortable with that role, then find a leader who is voicing the same concerns that you have and support them. Conversely, if you do have the fire in you and you are ready to blow because you've had enough, do it. Do it. Be the leader that so many others are desperate for, and know that we will all be standing behind you. We have the ability to forge change if we unite. The mama and the papa bear and all of us has been poked. It is our time to rise up and take our babies back before they are gone forever. Something feels funny about their effort to hide this heinous agenda that they are imparting on our children every school day. It feels funny because it's wrong. They are grooming our children, and once parents realize what is happening here, it will never survive. We must keep asking questions, and we must demand transparency. It is imperative that we unite in this effort, even if we do not have children of our own, or if your children are grown. Our freedom, our rights, our personal liberties, and the future of this great nation is at stake. The time is now.